Hello, YouTube, and this is the Black Phoenix. I just wanted to jump on here today because I keep whenever I don't really watch TV anymore, or like really any other like source of mainstream white dominated media, because mediator spirits and things like that, witchcraft, that is the spirit, psychological warfare, psyops. That's why I don't watch TV, and that's one of the reasons why I don't watch. Like I said, I don't watch television. I watch shows, and I watch what is on the shows, but I don't watch news. I don't watch these news channels because I understand what I know. I know what the modus operandi is, and the modus operandi is to take and use the blacks as our pinnacle for survival. And that's what's happening right now. Black people are thinking that, oh, well, everyone loves us. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say this again. The scriptures say, ye shall be hated amongst all nations. Who shall be hated amongst all nations? The Negro shall be hated amongst all nations. I mean, every single culture and race of people has shown discontent or despiteful hate towards the black man or black people in general, because they know, all the cultures know. It could be where we have amnesia and all the other cultures took advantage of that and decided to keep us as slaves and teamed up with the albinos, South Central Asian albinos, to rid our history out of the history books. Completely change up our other history book, the Bible. Take and put all of our spiritual practices in all these other religions. Associate them only with these other religions. Change the image of our messiahs to look like them. That's why I said I don't pay attention to mainstream anymore. I don't look at anything that has to do with white media. I don't look at anything that has to do with white people, because 9 times out of 10, these motherfuckers are lying about some shit. And I'm sorry, that is just the way it is, and that's just the truth. I would love to be able to see things without thinking some sort of way. Because I'm like this, I'm completely conscious when I watch television, movies, and shows, or any other sort of media that I'm on, because I make sure I pay attention to the little things, the things that you're not going to be picking up on your subconscious. And that's what it is. Black people are subconsciously being controlled and destroyed, because black people are very prideful people. I understand. It's like a lot of them do want to be successful, and they don't want to be associated with what white America told them that that's all they were. And like I said, that's a problem in itself, because we hear all the time that black men are thugs. They're deadbeat fucking fathers. They're fucking drug dealers, they're fucking criminals, they're violent. All of this rhetoric about the black man. And I'm sorry it's about the black woman too, because, honey, guess what? We're in the same boat together. And if they're looking at me like that, they're damn sure looking at you like that. But I want to focus more so on black men, because they understand that black men are going to be the ones that are going to save their communities. They know that, so they attack. I think what was very peculiar, what they did was very cunning, was they attacked black male masculinity through the black female. And attacking black male masculinity through the black female, they took and perverted our needs sexually. Like I said, well, let's start with slavery. All these European, like I said, I want to say this: all these Europeans are all the fucking same. I'm sorry, unless you. The thing about it is, you have to be able to understand and know who these people are on a case-by-case basis, because saying, oh, well, they're not all racist, they're not all this, that's not going to stop the ones that are secretly that way from being that way, and the ones that are overtly that way to be. Honestly, I prefer the ones that are overtly and honest and open about their racism. I don't like subliminal, subconscious, covert racism, because that is the racism you have to pay attention to. That is the racism that will victimize the black man, i.e. the white woman, have sex with him, and the black man thinking, because someone is showing. See, black people, like I said, we weren't, using sex as a weapon and to get secrets and to do this and do. We weren't doing all that. And the thing about it is we understood the power of sexual energy. So we would do things that were according to the seasons, the stars, and even the Israelites. They didn't just have sex, just go up, running up and down. They waited until they had signs from the Most High, the stars. They also would have to do ritual. They would have to do cleansings. They would have to slaughter animals righteously without blemishes. All these things, that went into us being able to procreate and bring a spirit through this dimension. All of those, are very important, and we understood that. But once we were here in shackles, we had no choice. We was getting down. And, a lot of black men don't like to talk about this, but I am. I don't give a fuck, because, a black man is bisexual. He's not seen as someone who is masculine or worthy to lead the black community, because he's assumed to have feminine qualities. That to me is like someone who's strong and sticks it out for the community, but you're telling them that they're not a candidate because of who they're attracted to. Like, that's the one thing I hate about black consciousness too, is you're practicing homosexuality and this and that. I said, first of all, sexuality was very fluid amongst our ancestors. We like to sit here and say, oh, we were doing this. I mean, a lot of things we weren't doing. Now, the bestiality, pedophilia, and the corporophilia, I'm not going to say the corporophilia, because you guys would probably just throw up listening to where I would explain what it was. But, when you say psychology, sexuality, human behavior, and things like that, you find all these things out. But, like I said, being bisexual or being attracted to one of one's own sex it wasn't uncommon, and as well, they still procreated, So it wasn't, well, you're just gay and you're a faggot and you're this and you're that and you're that and you're this and you're this and you're that. Like, we hear so much of this rhetoric. And like I said, I believe this was, like I said, was very cunning. Very cunning. The white man, Esau, the Edomites, they were very cunning people. Very, very, very cunning individuals. They took our differences and used them against us. However, they weren't without the same, they weren't, exempt from that same destructive psychology, because they themselves cannot live peaceful amongst each other. If you go back into old European history, and I mean the old European history, I'm not talking about the shit that they're always trying to show you on these movies. I'm talking about the real European history. I'm talking about these nasty, dirty motherfuckers didn't know how to wash their own motherfucking asses. That's really why the plague came. They're not, you often hear about the plague and things of that nature, but they never talk about the Moors. They never talk about why the Europeans had plagues and diseases, because these were nasty ass motherfuckers. They were disgusting. They were filthy. They were nasty and they were filthy and they were disgusting. They didn't know how to wash their own asses. They didn't wash their hands after they would use. They would have a like a hole, and that hole, basically they would put that hole in the middle of like a town or village or where they're at, and basically that would be where all the sewage and everything would go. And I mean, it was just disgusting. These people are absolutely filthy and nasty motherfuckers. So like I said, all the time we often hear, and then, what I don't like is our brothers now, our young brothers now, are now, what they're being taught in school is white people had civilization, they had culture, they had government. I had to check this young brother the other day because he sat here and said, well, white people had... Dude, what part of history are you looking at? Because their history only goes back 25,000 years. Dude, we are millions and billions of years old. Black people are billions of years old. We are the oldest people. We are the people of the fucking earth. That's why the planet is conducive with fucking melanin. These people that are invaders, occupiers, because that's what they are. This is not your country. America is not your country. It is your occupied state. This is an occupied state. Why do you think it's called the United States of America? Okay? Can we go there? Can we really go there? Notice it's called the United States of America. Meaning that this is an occupied territory. We do not belong here. The states that are here only because they are united with the fucking landmass. That is it. That's why you don't never see that all these other countries or places, you don't see the United States of fucking Italy. You don't see the United States of France. It's called France. It's called Italy. You don't see the United States of Germany. It's called fucking Germany. So why is the United States of America not just America? Because these people know they do not own this place. They know that they are an occupied military. They're occupied military forces, basically. They're an occupied military force. That's what the United States government is. It is an occupied military force. Because if it wasn't an occupied military force, why would you call it the United States of America? That's why I tell black people, you need to look up your history before you got here to America. Even the word America is Moorish, homie. Do y'all know that? Do y'all understand that? Now, I said, we hear these people sitting here talking about how black people didn't create shit and that we're just a bunch of fucking savages and that we were living in mud huts and chucking spears in fucking Africa. Not the truth. Like I said, these young cats that are coming up now behind the generation that was born in 1990, the 1990s, they are thinking that we didn't have shit. They are thinking that we did not have a civilization, we did not have a culture or a fucking order. They said, well, they had a government. Dude, that feudalism is not a fucking government. That came from Rome. And what Rome came from what? Greece. They're going to try to tell you that the Romans and the Greeks were different. No, the fuck they weren't. They're all the fucking same as far as I'm concerned. Shit. That's why they say, well, the Jews. No, baby, Jewish people are fucking white. You're not going to tell me this white person is different from that white motherfucker, but they both sitting here oppressing you, the black man. I don't give a fuck. No, they're both racist. They're both evil. They're both fucked up, and they both need to stay the fuck away from black people. And not only just black people, people from color, period. They do not need to be around people of color. They feed off of your energy. These are vampires. Why do you think in vampire movies, TVs, television series, and books, these motherfuckers got super pale white skin? And what did I say, you guys, about white skin? White skin is a form of albinism, and albinism is a form of leprosy. Like I said, these are vampires. Like I said, they got it right. Why do you think when they have vampire movies, TVs, television series, books, or anything else, media that they print or publish, that these vampires can't go in the sun? They have pale white skin. They can only be around at night. And I'm sorry, it's dark in the motherfucking cave. So they're telling you who they are. And notice, they can't go in the sun without burning alive. So these people know who they are. The only ones who I'm concerned about who don't know these people are motherfucking black folks. Because it seems that black people just want to sit here and, think everyone's the same, we're all the same, we're all friends, First of all, it's already been proven that non-Earth DNA has been discovered on this planet. Yes, those CIA documents people were looking up, look that shit up again. Them 13 million CIA documents, look that shit up again. Like I said, black people, they are do every kind of way they can to control you. What you can also find, in which I'll be bringing up into either this Melanin News show that's coming up this Saturday or the next one next Saturday, I will be showing you these documents from the CIA and how they were testing the paranormal in African cosmology. These people are studying your ancestors, spirit scientists, so they can better manipulate and master you. Mind you, they weren't studying the Bible. They weren't studying the scriptures, because guess what? That shit came from us too. Those are all of our fucking books. All of that is ours. If you're on this planet and you live on a continent, 100 times more than likely, there will be pyramids on your continent. Guess what? You're not going to find out about them. They're not going to be so open about them. But they're there. And guess what? They were built by black people. They weren't built by no fucking aliens. They weren't built by fucking fallen angels. They were built by fucking human beings with melanin so powerful it can manipulate matter and energy on a quantum and subatomic and interdimensional level. But you know what? I'm going a little bit too in right now. I was just ranting. So if you like what I had to say, this is codenamed the Black Phoenix. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I'll see you guys this weekend. Make sure you have your blunts, your weed, and your hash ready, because we will be smoking and talking about some melanin. I love you all. Take care. And shalom, family.